What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update. I have new information for you guys regarding another vaccine, new lockdowns and shutdowns that are happening right now, and over $100 million in stimulus that is approved right now for certain people. We're doing new programs every single day with stimulus for certain states, certain cities, certain groups of people, almost every single day. In fact, I've been doing one every single video, so multiple times per day, with stimulus money that is available right now for different states, different cities, different counties. And I have another one for you guys in this video with over $100 million that is approved right now. So make sure you watch to the end so you don't miss out on all the information. I get people asking me questions in the comments. How is it approved? Because they didn't watch the video all the way to the end. I have these programs in states and cities that are approving stimulus right now every single day. So make sure you watch to the end so you actually can understand all the information and what I'm telling you. And I'm finding out about new stimulus programs every single day. So I will be having more for you guys even so coming forward. Okay, first up, biotech pharmaceutical company Moderna has just announced that their vaccine is 94.5% effective and should be out this year for at least millions of people, not everybody, but at least some. Now, this is in addition to Pfizer's vaccine, which was announced at least a 90% efficiency. So this is really good news going forward so that hopefully sometime in 2021, we can put this pandemic and this virus completely out of mind and out of sight, at least for the people that take the vaccine. At least at some point, we will become immune to it. Both companies, both Pfizer and Moderna, are gathering enough data on safety to file an emergency use authorization with the FDA, though the reported 94% and over 90% efficiency rates have stirred hopes for many. Both vaccine candidates involve 2 doses of the injection to the arm, several weeks apart, 21 days apart for Pfizer and 28 days apart for Moderna. Both vaccines also use a new so-called messenger RNA platform. While Pfizer announced its early positive findings on efficiency last Monday, experts were hopeful for additional effective vaccines given the similar gene technology. However, Moderna's vaccine might be more user-friendly because it can be stored in a refrigerator for 30 days, where Pfizer's vaccine requires much colder temperature for storage. Now, although some millions of these vaccines from both companies may be available at the end of this year in 2020, the vast majority of people are not going to get it until quarter 1 or even quarter 2 of 2021. The people that could get it this year, if it does get this emergency use authentication and they get enough vials out, will be for high risk people and emergency frontline workers such as hospital workers. With this news, the stock market surged upwards again. The Dow Jones Index has hit a record high today, up 400 points just today. As you can see on this stock chart, this comes as the Dow Jones Index is almost at 30,000. You can see the significant growth we've had over the last few years. Year to date has been a choppy ride because of this pandemic, but we have now seen a new all-time high, which is pretty interesting because we're pretty much going into new lockdowns right now. Michigan just issued a new 3-week restriction partial lockdown in the state of Michigan for all high schools, colleges, and some businesses. Michigan governor has announced that in-person classes at all high schools and colleges statewide will be suspended for 3 weeks, along with eat-in dining restaurants and bars, with new restrictions aimed at reining in the new virus growing in Michigan and across the country. The new public health order is to take effect on Wednesday. She says, quote, "We are in the worst moment of this pandemic to date. The situation has never been more dire. We are at the precipice and we need to take some action because as the weather gets colder and people spend more time indoors, the virus will spread more people will get sick and there will be more fatalities. In addition to this, Washington State has now also announced that they are going into a partial lockdown or a partial shutdown in Washington State. I do have some good news though for Washington State. They have just announced hundreds of millions of dollars for pandemic relief stimulus money to their residents and their businesses. I'll show you here in a second. I'm going to have a lot of these programs coming out for different states, different cities, different areas. Every single day or every single video, I'm finding out about new states and cities that are giving out stimulus money to their residents. As Washington Governor Jay Inslee has announced new statewide restrictions, they have also announced new stimulus aid available to businesses and residents in Washington. Inslee announced another $50 million available in federal aid to help mitigate impacts on businesses and workers. He intends to distribute those grants and loans before the end of the year. The governor also said his office and legislature have already distributed $25 million in grants to small businesses, and they're also providing $100 million for rental assistance. In addition to the entire state of Washington, Seattle and Tacoma are also offering additional stimulus to certain people, certain businesses in those cities specifically. So if you are from Seattle, Tacoma, or Washington, I recommend that you Google and look into the stipulations of those programs and apply as soon as possible. I've been having people almost every single video saying thank you so much for telling me about the previous programs, which as I looked through some of the ones we've done in the past few days was the entire state of Colorado, $375, Atlanta up to $5,000, I think it was, for mortgage and rental assistance for Atlanta, St. Louis, Arkansas, Florida, Orange County, Florida. I believe there was another county in Florida too. We just did Philadelphia and now Washington State. All of those different areas have come out with different stimulus checks, mortgage relief programs, rent programs. Basically, they'll just give you money to help you pay your rent during this time. I will be having more states and cities for you guys coming up in the next several videos. So make sure you're subscribed with the bell icon on with all notifications so you don't miss out on new videos, and share this video so that others like you will know about these programs. Also, I want to give you guys the next what's in the box clue right there. If you can guess what's in that box, you could receive $125 directly from me. If you can guess correctly what's in the box, then you're entered into the pool of people who have guessed correctly. And from there, we will pick 2 people randomly to get $125 from us, $250 total. And we will be doing this even more for more money as we get closer to Christmas. And the clue for the item today is the item in the box has a spout. All right, let me repeat that. The item in the box has a spout. So if you know what the item is in the box, or you think you know, leave a comment down below. That's all you have to do to guess. And if you guess correctly, you'll be entered into the pool of people who have guessed correctly. I will be keeping you guys updated with the federal stimulus programs that Congress is trying to agree on, unemployment extension updates, the state and local programs. The state and local programs are actually providing the most amount of stimulus right now, and we've covered like dozens of states and areas. So that's like the hot issue right now, because they're actually giving out up to $5,000 per household or per person in some states and some areas. So make sure you stay tuned. I will keep you updated on the state and local stimulus and the federal stimulus and the unemployment benefits as more information comes out. You can click on this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income by selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.